T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. All three engines up and burning. 2, 1, 0, and liftoff.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You're listening to The Twisted 10, bringing you original and unique, host-created top 10 lists, recorded live in world-famous Cocoa Beach, Florida, with hosts Tach Van Sickle and Adam Poston.
And welcome to The Twisted 10. The Twisted 10 is a top 10 list generated by your hosts on this show. They're unique and original. So if you heard that during the intro, you're hearing it again now. I'm one of your hosts. Actually, I am a guest this week, Tach, on the show. My name's Adam.
And I also am a guest this week as well, Adam. My name is Tach.
Oh, nice to meet you, Tach. I'm Adam.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Adam. Hi, Tach.
So who is our host this week?
I'm Andrea.
Andrea Joy is hosting another episode.
Oh, see, me and Andrea have this whole competition about who can get the most downloaded episode.
So everyone pick me, please, please, please.
If
so far,
listening,
I am winning.
Santa Claus will bring you more presents.
If they're hearing this, that means they're already downloading.
Tell your friends.
There you
tell
go.
Your family. Tell your pets. Tell your mailman. Tell your garbage man. Tell your hairdresser.
So this week, Andrea has prepared a list for us, painstakingly, throughout the day today.
I think she even said that she's done after this episode.
This was
because of it.
I don't know if look, make it. It sounds like something easy to do is to come up with a unique top 10 list each week. At least that's what we thought when we created the show.
Yeah.
But we're discovering each week that it's ours. Like, oh shit, this is a lot of research.
I know.
You can't just go
with like. Before we were like, oh, it's my week next, yay! And now it's still like, oh fuck, whose is it? Like it's yours, and then we literally like point and laugh, like,
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Some of these lists take days to create, and if you're a procrastinator like I am, you wait till the last day, if not like 2 hours before the show, and then you're scrambling to put together a list. Yeah. I've done that a few times. Maybe that's why mine aren't the top like your two down.
Let's put a little heart into it, okay?
Yeah, no kidding. All right, Andrea, this is your show. So for the listeners that might be listening for the first time, whoever the host is of the show, and that includes if we have a guest in the studio. By the way, Jay Alvarez, who usually is here with us, is out this week. He's got some car trouble. So, Jay, this one's this bud's for you. I don't know where I was going with that.
I don't know why we're dedicating it. We also have a charity. It's for Save Jay's Car.com.
Save Jay's Engine. Yeah,
and you can go there and donate.
But how it works is either one of the 3 or 4 of us as hosts in the show have that week, or one of our guests come in from out of the cast and they run the show. So after our little intro spiel is over, they take over the show all the way to the very end, and that's how we operate. What other podcast that you've ever heard lets a stranger or a guest come into the studio and completely run the podcast episode for the whole episode?
I have to think. Nobody.
That's right. That's what we're bringing to you. All right, we're done, Andrea. All right, whenever you're ready.
Just getting the crowd primed and ready for you.
That's right, getting them pumped up.
I couldn't read my own handwriting.
Me and Tach are fluffers. Wait a minute,
right.
what?
Wait,
what?
You have to learn how to do the pillows right on the couch to be a fluffer. All right, so the top 10 tonight.
Yes.
Is, drumroll please.
This is going to be good.
The top 10 creepy urban legends that really happened and one that didn't.
Hey, that list sounds familiar.
Nope. I listened to yours. Yours aren't urban legends. They're not stories like that.
Oh.
It's just, yours was things that we think is real.
Is it one of the most downloaded episodes?
The Urban Legends?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the one? Top one?
No, that was the religious practices and stuff.
Uno momento.
Yours is stuff that we thought was true that isn't. This is what is true.
Right. I just want to see if
these are creepy, like haunted ghost story type things for Halloween time.
I gotcha.
So the number 1 downloaded of all time for us is Top 10 Twisted Unsolved Mysteries.
Oh, okay.
And the episode she's referring to, Tach, is Urban Legends and Facts that we think are true, but aren't. So it probably should have been called Wives' Tales or something like that.
Yeah. I remember couple of the topics now. So yeah,
okay.
You're right, Andrea.
All right. Take it away, baby.
Number 10.
Okay. She was patiently
Number
waiting.
10. Number 10.
Number 10.
The Pig Pen of Death.
What?
The Legend.
This is like the kid from the Peanuts?
It's a favorite of gangster and horror films. The villain has the hero tied to a chair, and he threatens to, gasp, feed him to the pigs. But pigs aren't really man-eaters, are they? What with the cute tails and all? The truth. It turns out pigs are almost into eating us as we're into eating them.
Whoa.
Ooh, I like me some pig.
A Vietnam War vet in Oregon started raising pigs as a form of treatment for his post-traumatic stress disorder. His family described the farm and pigs as a lifesaver. In 2012, the man went to feed the pigs and was never seen again. At least 99% of him was never seen again.
Uh-oh, what part did they find left? Wait, can we take bets on it? Does it say?
It's kind of funny because we eat most of the pig too, except for, I don't know.
It's unclear what exactly happened in the pig pen. Maybe he had a heart attack, or maybe one of the pigs decided that the action needed to be taken before Easter rolled around again. Whatever the pigs...
Pigs on Easter? What do pigs on Easter do?
Ham.
Did the guy resurrect?
Spiral hams.
The guy resurrect or something? What's going on?
However the course of events went, the man's piggy pets completely devoured him, leaving behind only his dentures and a few tattered scrapes of fabric and flesh.
Dentures. That's all that was left.
I think that's the only part of the pig we don't eat too.
The teeth?
Oh, yeah.
The teeth.
Yeah, that's a good point.
No,
We don't eat the bone.
It was
of the pig.
vengeful. Like they were out to they were starting a movement. You know, I'm just saying.
Like an animal farm?
It's one of the saddest things. I grew up in North Carolina, and we lived kind of on a farm and kind of not. My grandmother had like 125 acres, but my uncle, right down the road from us, had the farm with all the animals. And of course, we would go out and play with the chickens in the chicken coop because it was a giant walk-in chicken coop as big as the studio. We play with the pigs and chase them around, and they'd knock us on the ground every once in a while. And then...
Turns out they were trying to kill you.
Well, exactly. And then come around a holiday or a big family gathering weekend, and you're out there playing with your pig, and then you see your uncle shoot it in the head.
Aww.
I mean,
oh my God!
Yeah. That's a 9-year-old boy watching a pig get killed on a farm.
This conversation did not go where I thought it was going.
Did it take a curve?
God, yes. I did not expect that at all.
But pig does taste good. Oof. All right, sorry.
Piggly Wiggly.
All right, number 9.
We had those in North Carolina. Number 9.
Black water. The legend.
Ooh, is this the poop in containers in Iraq? That's what they call poop water in the... Sorry, go ahead.
A person or family moves into a new home, and the water from the sink and shower is completely black. The black water is a result of a liquefied decomposing body.
Ooh.
So, the truth. Guests at Hotel Cecil in downtown Los Angeles were having trouble with their water. There was weak pressure, it smelled and tasted funny, and it wasn't just coming out brown, it was black. Unfortunately, the residents of the Cecil kept bathing and drinking in the hotel's rank water for nearly a week. Finally, one of the reluctant to complain residents mentioned something about the water, and a maintenance worker was sent to check things out. He made a stomach-churning discovery, the decomposed, liquefying body of a young woman. She had somehow fallen into the tank. The body was that of Canadian student Alyssa Lam, and it remains a mystery of how she ended up in the water supply. Was it an accident or something more dark?
I've heard this story before too.
This is
yeah.
the one where the chick went crazy. They have all that surveillance footage of her, acting weird as hell.
Yeah, that's good. But the baffling thing in this story is not the girl that we oddly ended up in I think of the story was it was a sealed water container, which was making it even stranger. However, how long are you going to be in a hotel drinking some black water before you complain?
That's
a week.
A week. If I've got... You guys complain if there's a little speck of dirt in one of our water glasses, let alone black water.
I wouldn't drink black water.
No shit. I don't even think you could boil the blackness out. Well, that sounds racist. That sounded racist.
It wasn't when you turned it on, it would come out black and then turn clear. So it would be black for a few seconds and then turn clear.
Oh, okay.
I just think it's funny that they took them that long to drink it to complain.
They would just let it go for a little bit and then start drinking it once it was clear, thinking it was just the old pipes or something.
It was like, hey, the water tastes like shit. Was it black? I don't know. It was like...
Can you imagine making that complaint? Man, this water tastes like somebody died in it. Ma'am, somebody did. I'm so sorry.
Another fact is the Cecil Hotel has been the scene of numerous murders and suicides, and not one but 2 serial killers have stayed there.
Ooh. Serial killers. You seen the movie 1409?
Yeah.
John Cusack?
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
I like Cusack. It's
All
good
right.
shit.
You guys hear at the beginning that one of them wasn't real.
Oh, no, that's our twist?
That's the twist.
Oh, no.
one of
you
them's
didn't
not
mention
real.
that. You
Yeah,
didn't say
It's
I
not
did.
that one.
That's the title of it.
That one's got some credibility.
Creepy urban legends that really happened and one that didn't.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, number 8,
Number 8.
the collector,
Ooh.
the legend.
Like baseball cards?
Legend.
From Bo Radley to Kimmy Gibbler, we're always worried about the creepy neighbor next door. Every killer since Cain has been described as quiet, unsuspecting, and white, which is great because that means you never know who you should be scared of.
That guy right there. I'm pointing to Tach.
The truth.
What's up? Go ahead.
The truth.
The truth.
A man living in a nondescript apartment is found to have a large collection of human-sized dolls. But the story gets worse. Beneath the frilly dresses and blonde wigs, police discovered mummified human bodies. Turns out the bodies had been going missing from cemeteries in the city, about
Ew.
250 miles east of Moscow. The trail eventually led to the apartment of a local historian, Anthony Moscovin. He collected human corpses, which he dressed in women's clothing and wigs and posed around his apartment. Oh, and their faces were all covered and eerily featureless, likely as a method of preservation. The collection wasn't just remarkable for its grossness, but also its scope. Russian police found a whopping 29 human dolls packed in Moscow's apartment.
What?
This is best corpse you could buy for the money. This is best corpse.
That's the most Russian I can do.
It's not bad.
I don't know.
There's a little hint of French in there.
In Sacre bleu. So this is his name was it was in just a little bit east of Moscow in Russia, and the guy's name was Moskovitz or something like that.
Moscovin?
Moscovin.
Moskvin.
No, I'm sniffing a fake. I guess we'll find out at the end.
All right, number 7.
Number 7.
The Escapist.
Escapist.
The Legend.
That's what I did with my ex-girlfriend. Escaped out of that relationship.
A woman left for dead is buried in a shallow grave. She awakes and digs herself out of the grave. The truth. As surreal as this sounds, it actually happened in 2011.
Whoa.
A Polish man was unhappy with his fiance's looks, so he convinced a friend to help kill her. After they thought they had murdered her, they boarded her up in a cardboard TV box, but did a shabby job at the actual burial. Because she was able to cut through the duct tape with her engagement ring, which he left on her, and was able to dig herself out. What did he and his buddy do after burying her? They used her ATM to take out a wad of cash and to have some fun. It didn't take the police long to find them.
Oh my God. How do you almost kill someone? I mean,
Maybe they were having a little fun.
That's the
before.
first thing she said. I told you can't do anything right, motherfucker.
yeah, exactly.
You can't even kill me.
They're Polish though. Can you do a Polish accent?
I
I don't know what Polacks sound like.
wow, that sounds bad.
Well, that's what they're
I
called.
gotcha.
I think, right? That's not insensitive, is it? Polak? That's what they're Polacks.
I thought it's just Polish.
I said a Polish man.
Is that like a lispy person trying to say a policeman? It's a Polish man. Sorry. Had to. Yeah, I don't know what a Polish accent is then.
Shay, man, you Polish?
How the hell did Polish or Polacks, no, I'm not trying to say that insensitively, however, how did that culture become the butt of all the dumb jokes in
I
America?
have no idea.
I don't understand that, because they're not a dumb culture. I mean,
Well, they can't murder their women.
you know what?
What?
I stand corrected. Nobody can murder their women like us Americans. America.
America.
Number 6.
Well, we murder our women right.
And we don't leave wedding rings on their finger. Pawn that shit. All right, number 6.
Number 6.
The Deadly Elevator. The Legend. Metal doors clamp down on a helpless victim who can do nothing but scream in terror as the elevator
Oh, the scariest thing ever.
dings and begins to rise, shearing off their head and limbs as it does. It's a scene that turned up in several cheesy horror movies.
Yep. Scariest thing ever. If you're stuck on an elevator, would you pry it open and climb out like halfway through the floors?
I was in an episode of The Office. Did you ever see that movie?
Have I ever seen The Office, the
Sorry,
show?
the
or-
show.
Yeah.
Well, there was an episode just like that where this elevator got trapped between floors, and there's a married couple on the show, and so the girl was trapped inside, and then you have the door open and everything so they can talk. He's like, "Why don't you just hop out?" And she's like, "Nope, I know it's gonna fall as soon as I do, so I want to live. I'm just gonna stay here until they get it up." And this was kind of funny.
Did you say the truth on that one yet?
The truth. Dr. Hideyoshi Nikaido? Dr. Hikashi Nikaido?
Hideyoshi Nakaido. Hi.
Bless you.
On August 16th, 2003, became pinned between the doors at the shoulders as he was getting on. To this day, no one is exactly sure why the elevator didn't open again or shut down when the doctor became trapped. Inspectors have suggested it may have been caused by a single wire out of place. As the door held Dr. Nakaido in place like a vice, the elevator began to ascend. It sliced his head in two at the mouth, leaving only his left ear and lower jaw attached to his body.
Mandible schmandible.
But imagine being the other person in the elevator with him. She was a nurse who had to
there was
spend
somebody
up
in
to
there?
an hour in the blood-soaked box with the good doctor's head. And actually 30
God.
people are killed by elevators each year.
Oh wait,
And
so
if
his body was outside the elevator and his head was inside.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, that's even worse. I would think in that situation I would rather the body be in the elevator with me for an hour than the head in the elevator.
So I'm guessing there's no way to save this guy because a doctor and a nurse couldn't do anything about it.
Well, the doctor lost his head.
I know, and the nurse is supposed to be right there to back him up.
I know, right?
She didn't have anything to attach it to. She was just stuck with the head.
It's just excuses and sounds like a good lawsuit to me. Malpractice.
That nurse was getting ahead in her career.
And with that, we will take a break.
All right.
Okay.
Here at The Twisted 10, we love the participation that we get out of our listeners, both through email, thetwisted10@gmail.com, or through our Facebook messages. If you have your own idea for a top 10 list, shoot us a direct message and let us know. Even better, if you're interested in coming and guesting on the studio, we can either set it up over the internet, so anywhere in the world, or if you want to come into our studio in here, let us know that as well. No other podcasts let their listeners take over the entire podcast for the hour, but that's kind of the concept behind The Twisted 10. So let us know. We look forward to hearing from you. And welcome back to The Twisted 10. This week is Andrea Joy's top 10 urban legends and the truths behind them.
Sort of. It's
Creepy
urban legends
legends.
that are true and one's not.
Okay, almost was there.
That's it.
All right, you want to give us a summary, just the titles of your 10 through 6?
Yes, number 10 was the pig pen of death. Number 9, Black Water. Number 8, The Collector. Number 7, The Escapist. And number 6, The Deadly Elevator.
All right.
So number 5,
Number 5.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Oh,
I like those movies. Those are funny.
The legend. Weekend at Bernie's looks like nothing more than a silly movie on the surface. It takes the old urban legend, the story of the dead body that is dragged around and posed with by others, and tries to make it funny. But when it actually came true, it wasn't funny.
uh-oh.
The truth. Two friends, Rob and Mark, went to their friend Jeff's house for a prearranged night out. They claimed they didn't realize Jeff was dead, the victim of an accidental overdose. Figuring Jeff was passed out and drunk, they put him in the car and went out on the town.
Oh my God.
All of it was on Jeff's tab, of course. They eventually took him home and at the end of the night realized that he was not in a drunken stupor. He was dead, And unlike the funny movie, there's no happy ending here. The two men were charged with abusing a corpse, criminal impersonation, and identity theft.
Oh, wait a minute. Is it impersonation if the body is the person?
I don't know.
And you don't know they're dead? I don't know. That's what I mean. They obviously were indicted for it, so probably yes is the answer to my question. However,
Wow.
you bring old Jeff out. By the way, these men were all born in the city together. You're only allowed to name your children one syllable. Rob, Mark, Jeff. But anyway, could you imagine that you go to pick up Jimmy and he's passed out drunk? First of all, if somebody's passed out,
That would never happen with Jimmy.
you don't. Well, that's a
Well,
good
they
point.
figured he'd eventually wake up and start hanging out with them again.
Yeah, so Tach, if you ever come here and I'm completely passed
I
out,
would never drag you out.
yeah, number one, that's a lot of work. But
Yeah.
that would suck. Of course, what if I was the cash cow? Because apparently Jeff was the cash cow.
They needed him.
Apparently.
Yeah,
If they had
did.
to take him out.
They did. I wonder if they tied strings up so they could pull it and raise his arm.
Just like we
It's
can
like
get Bernie's.
you're at the other end of the bar. Hey, Jeff, you got the tab? Pull the rope. Got it.
We're acting it out, by the way.
Yeah. Jeff's hand raises on the bar mysteriously.
Well, if that guy at the end of the bar, his name is Jeff.
Hey, two Boilermakers? What movie was that? Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
All right. Number 4.
Number 4.
The Lavender Town Syndrome.
Lavender Town Syndrome. Another good word. Lavender. It's a good word.
The legend. There's so many tales that run rampant in the video game industry, like the soul of a young boy trapped in his video game, torturing players unlucky enough to obtain the cartridge, bizarre transmissions from identified number stations broadcasting encrypted messages that predict the future, and even deaths. So, the truth, a true video game story. During the first few days of the release of Pokemon Red and Green in Japan back in February 27th, 1996, a peak of deaths appeared in the age group 7 to 15.
A what appeared?
A peak of deaths.
A Peak of Deaths.
Oh, Peak
Got it.
of
I thought that was a character. I'm like, I know Pikachu. Who's Peak of Deaths?
I was like,
Peak of Deaths? Who's that? A Peak of Deaths. Okay, got it.
that's what I thought too. I was like trying to follow along.
The children were usually found dead through suicide, usually hanging or jumping from heights. However, some were odd. A few cases recorded children who began sawing off their limbs, others sticking their faces inside an oven and choked themselves with their own fist. The few children who were saved before killing themselves showed a sporadic behavior. These suicide and illness only occurred after children playing the game reached Lavender Town, whose theme music had eventually high sequences that studies showed that only children and young teens can hear. After the Lavender Town incident, the programmers had fixed the Lavender Town to be a lower frequency, and since then, children were no longer affected.
Whoa.
There was actually a thing where you can hear the high frequency of it just like cause their brain. And it was made where if you put headphones on, it had one sound in one ear and a different sound in the other ear that were at really high frequencies.
What is that stuff called? Because they have, those are, I mean, there may be science behind it. So if there is, forgive me, but to me, it seems like a scam. They have those things that you can listen to where you've got some sounds in one ear, some sounds in another, and they're supposed to stimulate things in your brain to release certain chemicals in your body, i.e. weight loss or muscle growth, or you want to get taller, you listen to these sounds. What the hell is that stuff called?
Or make you go crazy.
Yeah, or make you go crazy. Hang on, let me look that up real quick because that's a cool.
That's nuts.
That's a really cool name. Okay, here it is. So there's something called isochronic tones, or there's another word for them. It's called binaural beats. So yeah, it's exactly that. It's where you hear one sound in one ear and one sound in the other, and it's supposed to hypnotize you or tell your brain to release certain toxins or endorphins or adrenaline or whatever you need. It's really interesting. I tried listening to some of that for sleep when I was overseas, and it's part of why I wear earbuds to bed every night now still. But I tried listening to this and it did nothing for me. I mean, it only worked. I only listened to it for about 30 seconds, and then I fell asleep. It doesn't work at all. I'm just kidding. Now, I have tried them before, though. And
All right, ready?
yeah.
Number 3,
Number three.
Death Hotel.
Dun, dun, dun.
The legend. A young couple on vacation rents a hotel room for the night in a foreign city. They're only there for a few minutes when they notice an odd smell. They check the bathroom, the fridge, the trash cans, and they can't find any source of the foul odor.
Suspense is killing
so
me.
they decide to go to sleep for the night. The next day, the wife drops something under the bed. That's when the couple discovers the secret of the smell. There's a dead body in the mattress.
They didn't check under the bed?
Dun, dun, dun.
How do you not check under the first place I'd look? I'd look under the bed.
It's inside the mattress.
Oh, it's inside the mattress?
So the
Ooh.
urban legend goes.
Creepy.
The truth. This scenario actually happened more times than you really want to know.
Holy shit.
It happened around the world, including U.S. cities like Fort Lauderdale and Pasadena. It happened most recently as 2003 in Kansas City when a traveler spent 3 nights in a smelly room with a mysterious odor. So the next time you're in a room with strong smell, check the mattress first.
You know, all I could think of in
I'm
this
not
story
checking
is, hey, my name's Vinny and I sell mattresses for the mob. In our mattresses, we got the best cushions. Just trust us. Don't look. Just trust us.
That's
The
right.
best-
We got the best cushions down here. Hey, Joey.
Oh, yes. Mob sells mattresses full of people. Yes, got it. Oh,
And
shit.
now they're watching us.
And number 2.
Number 2.
Chase. Kill.
Killer lives hidden in family's house.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
The legend. A family starts to notice something about the house they're living in. Things go missing. Other things that shouldn't be there inexplicably show up, and eerie footsteps are heard. Next thing you know, the whole family is found murdered under circumstances only they and their squatter/killer will ever know.
Interesting.
The truth. The horror story takes place nearly a century ago in a small German farm named Hinterkaifeck.
Oh, the Hinterkaifecks.
Oh, that's-
Two murders.
That's
I
east.
know all about this. Yeah.
That's east of Choker with your dickhead.
Sometime around mid-March of 1922, the farm's owner Andreas Gruber, am I saying it right?
Gruber?
I'm not sure.
Is it Meg
began
Gruber?
to notice strange things happening on his property. He found weird footprints, keys went missing, unknown items mysteriously showed up, and the family began hearing footsteps in the attic. The Grubers just shrugged off the weirdness and went about their normal lives. They should have checked the attic, though. On the evening of March 31st, 1922, Andreas, his wife, daughter, 2 grandchildren, and the maid were all brutally murdered by someone wielding a madtock, a tool that's half pickaxe, half axe, and all deadly. But he wasn't completely terrible guest, since the animals were all well fed when the family's bodies were discovered 4 days later. To this day, the identity of the killer remains a hotly contested mystery.
Creepy as hell.
Yeah, I know that story.
There was a story that was similar to that one with this Asian homeless woman that was living in somebody's attic.
In the cupboard.
And that was her way through the house was in the cupboard, right? There was a hole above that into the attic, right? I thought she lived
Staying in the cupboard.
Really? Maybe there's more than one Asian woman story about somebody living in a house. But yeah, she lived there and for like 6 months or something. I mean, for a long time in the house, feeding off food in the house when the owners were not there. And yeah, creepy.
Wow.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Psychotic ex cooks dinner.
Ooh.
The legend. Ever since Glenn Close made a generation of guys squirm with rabbit-killing ways, stories of yielded lovers cooking up their ex's beloved furry friends have captured the public's imagination. There's no better way to establish a character as candidate for worst person ever than having them kill an adorable pet. The
Jeez.
truth. Ryan Edie Wattenpaw of Palo Cedro, California.
Wait.
Sounds like
Did he work at Hogwarts?
Ryan Eden Wattenpaw?
Ryan Edie Wattenpaw.
Ryan Edie Wattenpaw. That sounds like a nursery rhyme. Riding Edie Wattenpaw coming down the... No, I can't come up with anything for it.
He sounds like a real charmer. His girl...
He's what? He's writing and eating what? Camel paw?
Well, anyway, it doesn't matter what his name is because his girlfriend broke it off with him due to his abusive ways.
And his horrible name.
She's like, I am never going to become a Wattenpaw.
Do you hear that, McCurdy Hottenpaw? What's his name?
What did you just say? McCurney Edie what?
McCurdy eating Wattenpaw?
You guys want to hear the story?
Yeah.
Oh, we made her mad.
All right. Shh, I'm sorry.
Ryan decided to reinforce her decision by attacking her in her home. The woman managed to flee, but when she returned to her apartment, Ryan and her Pomeranian bear were gone. A month later, Ryan and the woman reconciled, and he offered to whip her up a home-cooked meal. After the romantic rendezvous, Ryan solved the mystery of the missing pet with a stomach-churning texts. Here's what it says. Oh, and P.S. How's your dog taste? I thought it was better with barbecue and those Hawaiian rolls. I guess you can bury what you didn't eat.
What?
Bitch.
Ah, the smile on my face when you read this is priceless. Not long after, a small bag appeared on her doorstep, and when the woman opened it, she found Bear's tiny severed paws inside. Yes, Ryan returned what was left of his girlfriend's dog in a doggy bag.
Oh.
What?
That is just messed up.
What's wrong with people?
He wasn't Wattenpaw, he was Eaten Paw.
No, he didn't eat the paws. He sent them back.
Send him back. Yeah.
Even the barbecue sauce and Hawaiian rolls didn't fix that.
Oh. I think I've had that same delicacy at one of our local Chinese buffets down here.
Yeah. Delicious.
That's the why do you not see cats or dogs around Chinese restaurants?
Are you guys ready to pick which one wasn't true?
Yes.
Can you do me a favor? Can you run through the titles again if you don't mind? Because I think I know it. I think I know. So let me. Can I qualify it real quick? Is the whole thing made up, or is just the truth of it made up? Like, did you?
They're all urban legends. The truth is real and one isn't.
See, I told
Gotcha.
that. I see. I'm onto something here. I think I know it.
All right. Number 10, the pig pen of death.
All right.
Number 9, black water. Number 8, the collector. Number 7, the escapist. Number 6, the deadly elevator. Number 5, weekend at Bernie's. Number 4, the Lavender Town Syndrome. Number 3, Death Hotel. Number 2, Killer Lives in the House. And number 1, Psychotic Ex Cooks Dinner.
All right. What do you think, Tach? Which one do you think is the made-up one?
Well, I know that the Hendrikafik ones is true because I know that story. And I know the water tower one, too.
I know that. Yep. Agreed.
So I'm going to guess the Weekend at Bernie's.
I'm going to guess the elevator. I don't remember the title of that one.
And
The Escapist? Is that what that one was?
It should have been called a elevator.
the one I made up the story for was the Lavender Town Syndrome. Not real.
Damn, that sucks because I did all that research on
On what?
on the sounds for the Lavender Town for the
Not real. It's an
binaural
urban legend.
the binaural sounds. Interesting. Holy crap, that took
So
me
all
for
the rest were
Well,
actually
you did say
real.
it didn't work.
Wow. That's true, I guess. I guess that should have been our clue, is that I was saying it didn't work the whole time, wasn't I? Yeah. Shit. That was one of the ones that I believe more than anything. I guess the deaths would have been a little bit of a clue, maybe, in that story. Maybe.
That one was crazy.
You took us down a trip on this episode, Andrea.
This is a dark episode.
Well, Halloween's coming up. I thought it should be a little spooky.
Okay.
That's good.
Can we lighten it up? Can we turn the lights up a little bit?
Tacky getting scared over there, buddy?
No. But if you want to get a hold of us, you can send us an email at thetwisted10@gmail.com.
Have you checked that lately?
I have not checked that lately.
Probably have 3 or 4 emails in there. Probably all from me.
Don't you go emailing that anymore.
Or check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/thetwisted10.
And you can also find us on Twitter at thetwisted10.
I figured out a way to post directly to Twitter on Facebook. When I make the post on Facebook at the same time through Libsyn, I can publish to the Twitter account as well.
Oh,
I'll work
nice.
with you on that later.
Nice.
All right, and next week we're going to have Tach doing a
Tach
twisted.
next
It is
week.
Yeah, I don't have a teaser for it. Point and laugh, point and laugh.
Wait, you already knew what you were going to do.
I don't.
You had an entire list.
You made it up at the beginning. You said that's what I'm going to do.
I did?
Don't you have an entire list of episodes that you're going to pull from on your phone?
Yeah,
pick
but
one
I
of
have
those
to
and
go
give us a
through
hint.
it. I have to go through it, and I don't know yet. I don't have a teaser. Sorry.
All right, it's all good. All right, let's get out of here, guys. Andrea, that was an awesome list. Thank you for putting that together. I know you threw it together in like 10 minutes, but it was still a really good list.
How many hours did she say?
She probably put 8 hours in on that.
8 hours
like
on this.
10.
And let me tell you guys, like, she's not using like a tablet or a phone. No, it's all paper.
Yeah, it's
Can you
all
hear
written
that?
down.
It's all paper.
Great. Now that's going to be the El Show
She's
next
like
week.
Amish. Okay.
All right, let's get out of here. Andrea, again, good list, and I'd be willing to bet that's gonna, with this time of the year, that'll probably make it up there pretty high.
Please, please, please tell your friends and pets and goats.
Unicorns.
All right, on behalf of the Twisted 10, I am Adam,
And I am still Tach.
and our lovely host for the week.
Andrea Joy.
Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week. They're unique and original. So if you heard that during the intro, you're hearing it again now. I'm one of your hosts. Actually, I am a guest this week, Tach, on the show. My name's Adam.
And I also am a guest this week as well, Adam. My name is Tach.
Oh, nice to meet you, Tach. I'm Adam.
Meet you too.
Hi, Adam. Hi, Tach.
Who's
So
that?
who is our host this week?
I'm Andrea.
Andrea Joy is hosting another episode.
Oh, see, me and Andrea have this whole competition about
Yep.
who can get the most downloaded episode.
So everyone pick me, please, please, please.
If
So
they're
far,
listening,
I am winning.
Santa Claus will bring you more presents.
if they're hearing this, that means they're already downloading.
Tell your friends.
There you
tell
go.
your family. Tell your pets. Tell your mailman. Tell your garbage man. Tell your hairdresser.
So this week, Andrea has prepared a list for us, painstakingly, and completely run the podcast episode for the whole
I have
episode.
to think. Nobody.
That's right. That's what we're bringing to you. All right, we're done, Andrea. All right, whenever you're
Just
ready.
getting the crowd primed and ready for you.
That's right, getting them pumped up.
I couldn't read my own handwriting.
Me and Tach are fluffers. Wait a
All
minute,
right.
what?
Wait.
What?
You have to learn how to do the pillows right on the couch to be a fluffer. All right, so the top 10 tonight
Yes.
is, drumroll please,
This is gonna be good.
the top 10 creepy urban legends that really happened and one that didn't.
Hey, that list sounds familiar.
Nope, I listened to yours. Yours aren't urban legends. They're not stories like that.
Oh.
It's just,
I don't
yours was
remember.
things
She's
that we think
challenging.
is real.
Is it one of the most downloaded episodes?
The Urban Legends?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the one? Top one?
No, that was the religious practice.
Throughout the day today.
I think she even said that she's done after this episode.
this was
because of it.
I don't know if look, make it. It sounds like something easy to do is to come up with a unique top 10 list each week. At least that's what we thought when we created this show.
Yeah.
But we're discovering each week that it's ours. Like, oh shit, this is a lot of research.
I know.
You can't just go.
With like before we were like, oh, it's my week next,
Yep.
yay! And now it's still like, oh fuck, whose is it? Like it's yours, and then we literally like point and laugh, like,
Yep. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Some of these lists take days to create, and if you're a procrastinator like I am, you wait till the last day, if not like 2 hours before the show, and then you're scrambling to put together a
geez,
list.
yeah.
I've done that a few times. Maybe that's why mine aren't the top like your two down two
let's
episodes.
put a little heart into it, okay?
Yeah, no kidding. All right, Andrea, this is your show. So for the listeners that might be listening for the first time, whoever the host is of the show, and that includes if we have a guest in the studio. By the way, Jay Alvarez, who usually is here with us, is out this week. He's got some car trouble. So, Jay, this one's this bud's for you. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that.
I don't know why we're dedicating it to.
Yeah, no,
We
yeah,
also
no
have a
kidding.
charity. It's for Save Jay's
Save Jay's engine. Yeah.
and you can go there and donate.
But how it works is either one of the 3 or 4 of us as hosts in the show have that week, or one of our guests come in from out of the cast and they run the show. So after our little intro spiel is over, they take over the show all the way to the very end, and that's how we operate. What other podcast that you've ever heard lets a stranger or a guest come into the studio?
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. All 3 engines up and burning. 2, 1, 0, and lift off.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You're listening to The Twisted 10, bringing you original and unique, host-created top 10 lists, recorded live in world-famous Cocoa Beach, Florida, with hosts Tach Van Sickle and Adam Poston.
And welcome to The Twisted 10. The Twisted 10 is a top 10 list generated by your hosts on this show.